Welcome back, Fire AM freaks, Pontiac people, and automotive enthusiasts of all types to another totally unprofessional video by the old guy, brought to you by the Fire AM Registry. The subject of today's video is aftermarket reproduction intermediate steering shafts for Gen 2 F bodies. The two examples we tested were sourced from JEGS and a second from an unnamed eBay source. The shaft here in this video is the eBay shaft. It was installed in a 73 Fire AM for less than 1,000 miles and had already been causing a nasty clunking sound as the steering was turned back and forth left to right. We pulled it out. It exhibits some seriously excessive play in the joint, and we believe that that is the source of the clunking sound when it's in the car. That sound, that excessive play, the sound that results from that gets amplified by the body of the car, and it really sounds nasty. So we pulled that out, and we placed it with a shaft from JEGS. The JEGS shaft appears to be identical, probably manufactured by the same company. Of course, it was brand new. We tested the joint because we knew that could be a problem, and even right out of the box, it exhibited some play, not as bad is this. I mean, that's just over the top for under 1,000 miles. But we went ahead and we were hopeful. We put it in anyway. But as you might expect, it also resulted in some nasty clunks, even with the wheels up off the ground in the car on jack stands and no load at all on any of the steering gear. Turning it back and forth, we still get some nasty clunks. So that was no good. So we subsequently pulled that out, and we replaced that with a steering shaft from Ames Performance. The Ames Performance shaft is not an aftermarket reproduction shaft like this. It's actually an OEM shaft, an original OEM shaft that has been rebuilt. Zero play in the Ames shaft. Really good, no clunking sounds. We do have a video up already on the Ames shaft if you want to check that out for more info, part numbers, and that sort of thing. But the only good thing that we can say about this shaft is it does telescope. So that makes installation a lot easier because you can shorten it up. It makes it easier to maneuver in the engine compartment. You can get this lower end in between the upper control arm and the exhaust manifold down there to the steering box input a lot more easily, and then expand it again to attach it to the lower end of the steering column. The Ames shaft, being an OEM shaft, it does not telescope like this. So you actually have to detach the steering column from inside the firewall and move it back into the interior of the car about 2 inches to be able to get enough clearance to be able to connect both of these ends. So that's about it. So we do not recommend the shaft. You're not saving any money. Spend a little bit more, get the Ames shaft, put up with a little increase in installation hassle. It will be well worth it. So that's about it. Next video will be on the Wolf Engineering lower steering column bearing upgrade. It replaces the OEM bushing with a beautiful, super smooth cartridge bearing, and it's way better than the aftermarket OEM bearing upgrades that actually have more slop and play than the good old GM bushing did, even at 50 years old. So that's about it. We'll have that video up for you soon. So until next time, guys, be safe out there.